Good evening, good afternoon, Facebook. Welcome to Two Gents and a Topic. Good day, Aaron. Nice to see you.
Good day, Stephen. I am just getting out to share the live stream right now.
Okay.
I am my vehicle outside of my house this morning because the roommates, of course.
Right. Okay. Well, whilst you're sharing out, I'm just going to say that we appreciate your watching us today because we know it's Memorial Day weekend in the USA. But what you may not be aware of is it's Spring Bank Holiday weekend in the UK as well. So we're all taking Monday off. No live broadcasting Monday. Be hard pressed to find some. There is no Be Live Weekly Monday night, and David and I will not be dispensing live video streaming advice on Monday at 11 o'clock. We'll be out and about enjoying ourselves. And we've just been talking a moment ago about the weekend, and I mentioned to Aaron that it's the Pot and Beer Festival, and I'm looking forward to that. Now, if you are enjoying watching this, you're welcome to join us live on air, and I'm going to post the link, which I forgot. Just a minute, let me find it. And you can join us live on air as we discuss today's topic, which is Two Gents and cryptocurrency. Now, I'm going to say I know nothing. So, Aaron, we're in your hands as you give us a guided tour of cryptocurrency. So what is it?
Well, cryptocurrency is, you may have heard of Litecoin or Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And basically it's a form of digital trade, which all the transactions are processed rather than in a single location. It is processed throughout the internet. And so each transaction is processed similar to banking, to where each transaction is processed, except there's no printed currency, obviously, with a cryptocurrency. And so the features of cryptocurrency is the algorithm itself, which tracks the cryptocurrency, makes it the security feature. So there's no external security. Like with a bank, we have, in America, we have the Federal Reserve fiat money printing system, which creates a physical dollar bill, which people can put in their pocket and go spend. And then we have credit cards, right? And so we use transactions which are processed through a bank. These transactions, the currency, people buy stuff. And so this digitized money has already been around for a while. It's just now, rather than having an institution such as the International Monetary Fund or the Federal Reserve System backing this trade currency, it is actually the programming, the actual protocol which backs it. And so, similar to trade currency, the more people that start moving to cryptocurrency, the more value it holds, because it's a mutual trust, similar to the currency that we use. In Britain, you still use pounds, and then the European Union uses the euro, and so everyone that uses that has a trust in that money is going to hold value.
Indeed. I mean, the paper currencies, the dollar and as you said, the UK pound and the euro are all based on gold. Well, they used to be based on gold, and we trust that they will keep their value. Now, my first question, because I'm going to ask a couple of questions, and hopefully you know the answer, but the first question is, how is cryptocurrency created? I mean, must come from somewhere. I've heard of mining. What part does that play?
So if you could imagine one pound of gold, a system to track transactions. Okay.
Yeah.
So that system, the system itself, creates the trust, creates the security. Like we were saying, gold-backed money or real estate-backed money, fiat money, oil-backed money. These are all backed by commodities.
Yep.
Similar to the stock exchange, where cryptocurrency is backed by the transaction tracking.
Okay, yep.
So if I took my ounce of gold and I said, hey, I created this program that has X amount of gold bullion, buy into it. But cryptocurrency isn't backed by anything other than people trading, which is the same thing as fiat money. Because now really, here in America, they're not backed by gold.
Nope, the gold standard's gone.
It's basically backed by oil because this is
right.
And so this is where conspiracy is going to start coming in, because alternative sources. We're talking a little bit behind the show, certain aspects of energy production and taking Earth to accumulate a stockpile of wealth, currency, if you will.
Right.
And so this is one of my hot button topics, if you know, as far as stewarding the Earth and the potential hazards of an X on money. Because, I could go into a long, detailed story of the trouble that can cause. But when we're talking about now, everyone's trading in it. I looked it up this morning, and one of the popular cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin.
Yes.
And it hit $2,600 per coin as far as value. So, in a sense, just kind of how I see it, Bitcoin is a stock. It is a paper somebody made up and placed a value on it. So this is worth 1 pound of gold. Here's my pound of gold. See, all this cryptocurrency. But since there is no gold involved in cryptocurrency, value was created as soon as people started trading it.
Okay.
So say, for instance, you had a Bitcoin payment gateway. You said, you know what, I take Bitcoin. You want to get these trainings that you do, Stephen, with the podcast, and you have a Bitcoin. Yeah, I want to buy training, and here's 1/10 of a Bitcoin or whatever you're charging. And so at that point in time, that transaction is tracked.
Yep. Okay.
Whether it's PayPal or Visa, it's tracked. Bitcoin, everyone can see all the transactions.
Okay.
And so this creates a value. So if I trade with you, trade with someone else a Bitcoin, and someone else trades a Bitcoin, now there's 4 people there trading this Bitcoin of our presumed value. And the more people start trading in it, the more value it creates, because more resources, raw materials, become available for this transaction. I mean, it's kind of way out there to look at it like this, but it does. It creates the value by the security of the transaction. And so as more and more people start trading and using Bitcoin, it is going to generate more value, just like any stock market would, any stock that is a company that produces something. Okay, and really the only thing cryptocurrency is producing is a transparent transaction. And so personally, I see no difference between a print currency, because ultimately it is the trust of the two parties involved in that trade which gives those items that are being traded value. If I trade you oil for sugar, if I trade a lemon for you to work on my car, it's perceived value. You perceive my lemon to be value. I perceive your work on my vehicle to be. Now, I could use a piece of gold. I could use, like this amethyst stone. If you perceive value in amethyst, great. Trade me some of your gold for amethyst. Okay, and so when we start talking currency, whether it's a euro, whether it's a pound, whether it's an American dollar, the only thing that gives that thing value. So if I just go, hey, Stephen, I want to give you 20 American dollars for your time to teach me how to do podcasting, you would have to agree that 20 American dollars is worth your time.
Yes.
And if you could take that American dollar and turn it into a pound, a euro, coal, oil, sugar, that's a pretty cool tool, right? You can take this and...
Indeed. I mean, the thing about it is that there is no exchange rate, is there? Because if you buy and sell in Bitcoin, for example, then you don't suffer from losses. I mean, if we change pounds to dollars, we lose money. If we change dollars to pounds, we lose money. If we change euros to pounds, we lose money. Whereas with Bitcoin, the value is constant, isn't it?
It's like a market. I mean, if the forex traders and the economists that do the currency trading know this, that those user fees, those taxes, if you will, on transactions, this is why a lot of people are switching to cryptocurrency, so that they are not bound banking system, which controls the value. Gosh, the American Federal Reserve System, a private corporation can decide, let's print out $1 trillion more dollar bills at will. And so that can devalue not only that particular currency, but any trade partners using different currency are affected by individual nation state with currency. This is where the IMF and world monetization becomes a very hot topic as far as resource controls. Now, South Africa, colony, wars, these are all things that I believe as a human race, we need to start, paying a little more attention to, rather than just trying to accumulate more iPods, better speakers. And it's just, to me, it's just kind of sickening, because I've been to pristine nature places and I've been to the city full of pollution. And at the rate we're going as a society, there's not going to be much more pristine planet left. There's not going to be much more resources available, because water's going to be polluted. Air is going to be polluted. Every pristine area, every pristine rainforest in South America is going to be strip mined and deforested, so that one can accumulate more of these value tickets. So of stripping and getting more value tickets. This is also part of where it goes from physical value to the value of, I guess, not such physical things. When we start talking about character, an individual's character, and we see it all the time in society. If you don't have a shirt, you don't got the right brand of sunglasses or something, society has a way of outcasting you and categorizing you as less of a person. Yet really all it is that you didn't buy in to that value system.
Indeed. Yeah. Do you think that cryptocurrencies can replace paper currencies?
Yes.
You see that
For a
happening?
time. It has to. It has to. I mean, future and the production of money and the cost of money with this paper. When the governments have to bail out banks that are too big to fail based on a mortgage crisis, based on a stock market, and transactions are kept private, it's dangerous. At least there's a level of transparency.
Indeed. And
Where the banks don't have no transparency. I mean, they can sit there, they can decide the Federal Reserve or whoever it is that makes the decisions in the back office as far as how we're going to influence the economy. Devaluation, of resources. It just really, to me, it's a lot deeper. I mean, because I drive a car that's powered by gasoline, pay taxes to travel.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's alternative clean energy sources, basically through the use of money systems and control of money and power have been not allowed to examine. Less money, they don't want to lose their business making the right. Then everybody got to get up and make more money so they get more stuff. Who cares if it's cryptocurrency or paper currency or gold? Because it's going to change. It's going to be Americans, it's going to be euros, marks, or denarii, whatever the world currency is. There's going to be a way to exchange that, whether it's Visa or cryptocurrency. And so I think that's what the big people. That's the big thing that people are freaked out about. Is they don't want to trust. They don't want to trust change. They want to trust the old ways.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Well, I know a bit more than I did before. I suppose that's good. And I shall do some more research over the weekend. But now, as we wind down to the weekend, what do you have planned for the weekend, Aaron? You're frozen.
This plan, head out to the place and set up camp.
Right, brilliant. Okay. Yeah, we've got 1 or 2 technical problems. Do you want to try and refresh and come back?
Okay.
Okay. Right, so whilst Aaron is refreshing, if anybody wants to join us on screen, you'll find the link either up or down, the link somewhere in the post. You can join us. We're just winding down now for the weekend, and I'd like to thank you for watching us. And today's topic was 2 Gents and cryptocurrency, and it's one thing that I've kept away from, but Aaron knows quite a bit about and has been sharing with us. And hopefully now we're back. Hello. Hello.
Hello, am I back? Let me.
Not sure.
A little better.
That's better. I can hear you now. Yeah. We're good sound-wise.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's been quite a week in the UK with terrorists in Manchester, and it's something that the whole country is still thinking about. with sadness and anger and, well, a mixture of emotions, really, because for that to happen on UK soil and be done by a British-born person, well, it makes life at the moment pretty difficult. And we spoke about that on the show yesterday. Because we do have the problem of terrorism. Well, it's not terrorism, it's evil. Because these people don't belong to a particular religion and don't espouse a particular religion. They just have a hate of the genuine hatred of the Western way of life. And we suffered the consequences of that this week. So it's on the back of that I think everybody is looking forward to the weekend and a chance to think. And our politicians are trying to find, and our police and our security services are all trying to find ways to prevent this from happening again. And I, for one, hope that they do. Because it's something that happens in both the UK and the US, isn't it? Right.
Some of the woes of society in the world, and they're trying to make a change, and they're feeling like there's no way to make the change, and so they're just blowing stuff up, including themselves. And it's like, man, no yeah, it's kind of, and it hurts me because where's the solution? Where's the solution? What is the solution? How do we prevent this type of evil in the world from hurting other people?
Well, it's a doctrine of hatred which says that our way of life is wrong. And it's our way of life that's under attack. And it's a way of life that we believe in. Freedom, the ability to, we were spoken about this before, the ability to live your life as you wish. Within the constraints of the laws of the country, and yet we get people saying that this is wrong, it's not in line with our beliefs, and their beliefs may well be a corruption of someone's take. I don't know, I'm just sort of at the moment not making any judgments, just watching and listening and trying to do my own little bit in a small way. But it is a time where all you can do is to live your own life and live in the hope that it doesn't impinge on you. In fact, it doesn't affect anybody. And as I said earlier, that our security services and armed forces in both countries around the world. And hello, Tina. What a great way to... We're actually talking... We've been talking around the whole range of things, but we're aware that it's Memorial Day weekend and Spring Bank Holiday weekend. So if you'd like to join us for 5 minutes as we wind down for the weekend, we've got about 5 or 6 minutes left. You're more than welcome to join us. And to anybody who's watching, if you click the link, you can join us on camera as we talk about anything and everything. If you catch the replay, you'll get an insight into cryptocurrency. And who knows what topic we'll come up with for next week. I mean, we did the show last week, and that was good because we were flipping between topics and what have you, and just having good fun with it. I think that's a way that works if we start off with one topic and then flick to another.
Yes, we were what you brought up, with what's going on there in Manchester, and the doctrine of just hurting people, taking other people. And this, I'm going to bring it back to currency. When someone violates, it makes you upset. And yet, at the same time, with currencies, any currencies, I could say, for instance, here in California, and then anybody comes along and comes to my property, I could be like, don't be on my property, I'm going to call the cops, right?
Yeah.
But somebody sold me that property, ownership of land, things the Native Americans discuss. How can somebody take my right and take yours because of, and it happens. This is the way humans are. I want my, it doesn't matter. Everyone wants a piece of the stuff. Yeah, that's where it's like, as soon as we start stacking, I got power and I can pay us to go kill another person, and it's okay because gosh, I told you I have more land, I can have more money and buy more soldiers, to have more people killed. So and you don't get your way. Look where else wants it. It's kind of sad.
It is.
Society's coming down to this money thing.
Yeah, it is sad. It is very sad, and that's been the feeling here this week. I mean, we're not the only country affected. France has been mightily affected by everything that's happened in the last year or so. And I don't think that you and I have the power to change it. We're relying on other people to actually do things, and hopefully they will get it right. And right, okay, I know what you're saying, Tina, and we're just going to run for another couple of minutes. So Aaron did refresh, and we got a bit better. Well, the thing is, the first quarter now was perfect. You missed it, Tina. You missed the perfect bit. It's only now that we've got the problems on sound. We generally run for about half an hour. And right, okay. I think if you'd like to thank everybody who's watched us, Aaron, and we'll come back next week.
Absolutely, Stephen. Thanks again for a wonderful discussion here this Friday.
Yeah. Well, this show starts the weekend off for me. I get chilled. I'm ready for the weekend. This weekend is gardening. And as we said, the beer festival with Angelica's son playing lead guitar in Last Call, and that should be good. And then Monday we are politicking because I think it's Monday, we're out and about helping our local candidate in the general election. So plenty going on. So everybody who's watched, thank you. And Aaron and I will see you at the same time.
Thanks again. See you next week.
Bye.